Good Yontif, everyone. Love doesn't mean a thing without a little faith. There is a show on TV right now called Manifest. Raise your hand if you've seen it, anybody. And if you haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. It has some central themes and messages, like that one, love doesn't mean a thing without a little faith, running through it. Some of the messages are biblical, spiritual, metaphysical, and then they get a little bit more intense and apocalyptic, and then the show is canceled. Which seems to happen to these shows. The characters struggle to identify and understand the callings or the messages that they are receiving from beyond. They're struggling to figure out what do they mean, how, or whether to follow them, whether they're good messages, bad messages, all the while questioning whether they're actually real or supernatural, including questioning their own existence. It's good binge watching for a needed distraction that many of us have needed now and then. The writer's main themes are messages, though, for all of us to think about, to remember, and actually heed, like in our Shema. We have always been commanded to listen, hear, process, and then act. Whether we do so with blind faith or collective reasoning, it's always the challenge. We are all pieces of a puzzle that fit together, interlocking pieces in time. And as the writers of this show state repeatedly, it is all connected. We are all connected. Circumstances are connected. Own your truth, Emet, and know that all things work together for good. These concepts are as old as time. They come to us at different moments through different vehicles to help us learn, hear in a language that we might be able to understand, process, and connect in ways that will help us all move forward. We always have the choice between good and evil, the Yetzer HaTov or the Yetzer Hara. It's what we do that defines us and influences our destiny, for better or worse. We've had a crazy ride this last year and a half, wouldn't you all agree? Last High Holy Days, we were praying out in our parking lot. Many of you were with us. Or we were watching from home. Many still are. We didn't think we would still be in this position now. But we didn't let the virus stop us. We kept the faith. We persevered, and we still are. Some made it through, some didn't. But the love and humanity that we globally got to witness gave us an awareness of how much we actually share. All peoples. Karen Berg of the Kabbalah Center wrote, "The holiest of actions are the ones that come from the heart, big or small. Every turn of hand has the power to uplift all of humanity when done with love." We all have the responsibility to work together for good. Good for ourselves, good for our community, our legacy, and our world. The Torah is our guidebook, but we are the key to unlock its mystery, our mystery. We all have a purpose, we have a mission, we have a destiny, a reason for living and being here right now. Today we emulate, and yes, we even celebrate death. We hopefully made our amends, and we are working toward our atonement. But atonement and redemption mean absolutely nothing if we do not do anything with it. Love means nothing without a little faith. And then faith begets hope. And without it, all is darkness, dread, and despair. Having love in our hearts, having faith, and even hope can at times actually be one of the greatest challenges. How do we love? How do we forgive? And sometimes be there for one another when feeling aggravated, angry, or hurt. Have any of you experienced this? How do we have faith in others, in ourselves, or even in God when being pushed beyond what we perceive as our limits? You know the saying, God doesn't give you any more than you can handle. Sometimes we are tested. And that happens most particularly at the time of Passover, during the 3 weeks leading up to the month that we get ready for Elul and into Tishrei for our Teshuvah at High Holy Days. These tests affect what we are written for and sealed for, make no mistake, in these holy days, these Yamim Noraim. The bottom line is that all of our lives, yes, each and every one of us throughout the world, all of our lives hang in the balance. Life is a gift, and it will be the only one that we know of right now, and it will be only that which we make of it. At best, we can do all that we can to achieve our highest self and share that with others, even when we are being most tested and tried. Sometimes people we love are put in our path, and our closest relationships in life are there to challenge us, to rise above whatever is actually blocking our soul from the light. Even the most challenging of relationships and people, when they are lost, are deeply mourned. It is important that we recognize and acknowledge that on this, the most holy of days, we need to keep our slate clean as the pristine white that we wear, so that we can be holy within ourselves, holy with each other, and most importantly, holy before God. What we say and what we do matters, as well as how we treat one another, most particularly when we are most challenged. It is all over the Torah and our liturgy to extend our hands to the poor and the needy. Need comes in many forms, not just financial. We need to mind ourselves. We need to mind our hearts and take care of our minds, our thoughts and deeds, because people can leave us at any time. And we need to know that what we gave and how we behaved and how we treated even those that challenge us the most was in alignment with all that is holy and pure. We can wait for this day knowing that it is looming on the horizon. We can plot our course and go through it day by day to the tune of our own drummer throughout all of our days. But that force that leads us, that guides us through the mystery of our lives and all of our connections is not random. When we recite the Shema, we reenact a moment in time thousands of years ago that we were all a part of. It is said that we all stood together at the base of the mountain, and we do so together again. We are unbroken pieces in a chain which carries us through time, threads in a tapestry that reveals our lives and the interconnectedness of all we know and own. We are connected, each to the other, unfolding a story in our lives that is as valid and real as the stories in our Torah tested throughout time. We are the living proof that everything our ancestors have been through has survived within us. We are their living legacy and light moving forward in the darkness. A darkness that exists throughout time. A darkness that we collectively, through prayer and faith, overcome. Our ability to stand together 5,782 years later and recite the Shema, so brilliantly led by our wonderful young Roxanne, bearing witness to all of God's glory, wonders, signs, and miracles is in itself a miracle. Look around. This synagogue is a miracle. We are the miracle. We created something from nothing. Well, actually, we built something glorious that was born out of what? Adversity. We manifested a dream which became a reality, our reality. Sometimes our greatest challenges can become the harbingers of truth, Emet. Signs and wonders guide us through the mystery of our lives to bring us through the darkness into the light. Our task, as I've said many times over the years, is to listen to the messages we receive and honor them. Some may get them, others may not, but the important thing is to live each day like it may be our last and make each moment count. To love and forgive with a full heart, to have faith and not fear, and not get jaded or let the dark forces pervade, take us over, and lead us into the abyss. All the while fighting to maintain hope, striving to leave this world just a little bit better for us having been here. Remember, our faith teaches that to save one life is to save the world. Maybe that life could be our own. Maybe it's the most challenging life of another. as it butts up against ours. Today we honor the lives of all of those who have passed in the Yizkor portion of our service on this, the highest of all days in our Jewish calendar. There is a song by Beyoncé, which you're going to hear in a little bit. I was here. I want to leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget. I was here. I lived. I loved. I was here. I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I want to say I lived each day until I died. I know that I was something in somebody's life. The hearts that I've touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see. I just want them to know that I gave my all. I did my best. I brought someone some happiness. I left this world a little better just because I was here. We don't go forward without embracing the past. Our whole religion is constructed around remembrance, remembering, forgiving, and yes, even moving on. It is only by fully living that we can carry our loved one's light forward, and there are times when it can feel like an insurmountable challenge. We celebrate and we honor death as we go forward into a new year. Tonight, after break the fast, some will plant a stake in the ground to build their sukkah, honoring the fragility of our lives and the miracle that love, God, family, and friends are the pieces of our destiny that live on forever. Here at Emet, we are a family. We built this building, a tabernacle, a mishkan to God that hopefully will endure for all time. But the real legacy is the commitment that we have made to each other, and the commitment that our love for one another and community brings toward God. That commitment that carries our light forward throughout time. That's why we recite Kol Nidre on the eve of this day as we did last night, so that any promises that we have made to God and broken can be nullified. And on this day, we will be forgiven. We will be written and inscribed for a new year and sealed for life. Why is it that we have survived and all come together throughout the world praying for this redemption in Mashiach when so many have been lost this past year to COVID, natural disaster, and more? Because for whatever reason, it is us. We are meant to carry their legacy forward, their story. We all have a story, individually and our collective story. A story as a people, Am Yisrael, a story as a community of Emet, and as one collective humanity. We are all pieces of a puzzle connected and working together for good. We are Am Yisrael, the nation and children of God, meant to be a light unto the nations. Love means nothing without a little faith. Let us remember this as 5782 unfolds. Let us give, and let us live in a way that uplifts others and ensures that the world, or even just one person's life, will be better for our having been here. Let us remember to act selflessly, to love unselfishly, and to be worthy of the redemption we may receive here today, worthy of the legacy entrusted to us, and worthy of the call we have been given to carry the love of God, truth, and Torah forward with faith, so that love can flourish and true destiny and the promise unfold. May we be sealed on this day for life, so that we can all, each and every one of us, pay it forward. Let all the lives lost until now not be in vain, and let our love, let our light, and let our collective purpose carry their legacy forward for all time. Kei Nihi Ratzon, may it be God's will. Gamar Chatima Tova. And now our soloists and our musicians, led by Dan Spector, will do the Beyoncé song, I Was Here.
I wanna on the sands of time. No, there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here.
I wanna say I lived each day until I died, to know that I had something in somebody's life. The hearts that I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know
I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness. The things will just just because I was here. I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I wanna leave my mark so everybody knows I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done, I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done, I was here.
I mentioned last night that I didn't make it easy. I made it challenging on our soloists and our musicians this year with all these popular songs. Thank you. I know you gave it your all. Thank you so much.